it's not in our power to end a relationship, though we may quit what we call an intimate pact. But calling that process an ending of a relationship can create a little bit of confusion for us, because do we ever end it? Does that person always live inside of us, in our heart, in our gut, in our being? Think about past relationships, whether it's family of origin because you're older and you've moved on, and you hear your mother or father's voice, or worse yet, you're dictated by some of their criticisms or their shortcomings, or you ended a relationship with somebody, I don't know, maybe 20 years ago, and yet you still see a car and you think about them, or a certain word they used, or a food that you eat. That relationship never really ended. It sort of moves on. So we can't really truly ever leave a relationship. People become part of the fabric of our being, I think. We're influenced by them. And sometimes I look back in horror, or in disappointment in myself, that I let myself be hurt by certain people. Not that they were hurting me, but I let myself be taken advantage of, hurt, used, whatever the feeling is I might be feeling. And yet I haven't forgotten those people. I know now why I did what I did. And their influence left an indelible mark on me, whether it was one of growth and development in a positive way, or a way that was kind of scarring. But the scar has since healed, and it's a good reminder that I don't want to do that again. So every lover we left behind actually lives on in us. So think about that. That's why I think it's extremely important to not hate anybody, to not hold on to animosity in relationships, to not feel like a victim, like something was done to me, or I should have known better and I didn't. That these are part of the very tapestry of who we are, these life experiences, what makes us who we are, how we lived well and maybe strenuously in some cases. But we can summon memories of past lovers and sometimes even speak to them in our heart, because these pasts can't be blotted out. They're part of this interrelatedness that I'm talking about. And our spirits flow in and out of each other all of the time. In the same way that I think about people in the past, or ways in which I let them harm me or take advantage of me, I'm sure there are ways that I did the same thing to people also, that I have hurt people, I've disappointed people, perhaps I've even used people, or been self-centered with people too. But we can't escape this life without doing those things. And so we have to remember that we're all part of a whole here, and that we're all responsible for our parts in everything, as opposed to just being a victim. And these regrets, again, are part of the tapestry of who we are. They're part of what makes us who we are, because we could have always done a better job. You know, there's that old saying that hindsight is 2020. But if I only knew then what I know now, I wouldn't have done those things. I would have certainly done them differently.